This is us laughing. It's 2023. Here's the food we like and the seconds we didn't need. This is our home. And here's us at work. And this is what freedom feels like. What beauty looks like. What love is. This is just us.
Okay, and this is just us. Annoyed.
Yeah.
The pro-trans activists buying up ad space across right-wing media. A new advocacy group is running TV ads on Fox News to persuade GOP state lawmakers not to target the trans community. So, quit targeting us while they're targeting everybody else.
I wasn't aware the GOP was targeting trans people.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, we don't lean real hard into right or left.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, sure, we have our own politics, but we don't religiously follow one of the, two main ones.
True. Very true.
Okay? Trans people are not a threat. Well, then why are they invading every space everywhere? Drag queen shows in school, taking over popular characters, changing them to female, black, trans. They're infiltrating everywhere. If they're not a threat, if they just want to exist, then start just existing.
I don't understand why they got to make such a big fuss about all that stuff anyway. I mean, if they want to be trans, that's fine. But I'm just tired of seeing it everywhere,
Yeah, they're pushing it in the face of everyone, very much so on purpose, and that kind of feels like a threat.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like you're being attacked because you don't necessarily think the way they want you to think.
Well, live and let live. Not push the views on everyone so hard that they feel like they have to lash back.
Yeah, I know. It's just...
It's like Morgan Freeman said, if you want to abolish racism, stop talking about it.
Yeah, he has a good point. I mean, because the more you talk about it, the more it's gonna keep going.
I mean that for both sides.
Yeah.
And you got all these comedians going, it's a black thing. And I'm going, and you got the Mexican ones going, oh, it's a Mexican thing. And I'm going, wait, what? No, that's a poor thing. That's nothing to do with all that. That's just being poor.
Yeah. They all seem to think that only people of color has those problems, and that's just not true. People with no money have those problems.
This is our home, and here's us at work, says the narrator. Just the same thing the video just said. We are workers. We are trans. We are human. Wait, there's people saying they're not?
Well, these days you can never tell. I mean,
look, I'm not gonna go and say, oh, they're not human. They're human. That reminds me of the political divide. Both sides see the other side is not human. We need to work on middle ground.
But middle ground does not make money.
Yeah, the great division that's being pushed on everyone is someone's making money behind it all.
Yeah, just like with the whole DEI thing and the trans thing and all that. It's all about the money. That's it.
No one should have to prove their humanity to anyone, but we live in dark times where politicians peddle hate to distract people from issues that actually affect their lives. Well, I can't argue with that.
What are they going on about? I mean, really, because, trans people don't have to carry around a blood quota card. Do you know the only race that has to do that? Native Americans.
Yeah, there's not enough left for them to have much of a voice. And if anyone's been done wrong, the natives have.
Nobody gives two shits about
But-
them.
But it is true. Politicians work up arguments. They make problems where there's not, and they're like, "Oh, we have to fix this. We have to solve this," and it's a made up problem usually in many cases.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's an old saying. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Don't make problems where there's not any. And all this is coming up because guess what? It's an election year. They're trying to sway people. That's it.
Trans people are just normal humans that just want to go on about their daily lives and be left alone. Oh, wait a minute. They just want to be left alone. Really? Then why is it anything I watch, I play a game, I go out, anything, they're in your face with everything. Everything's like, you must accept it or you're a homophobe. You must this, you must that, you must bow down and kiss the ring.
I ain't got to do nothing.
You must lick their asses.
No, I don't have to do anything.
Okay, I'm sure there's transsexuals out there who aren't like that. I have no doubt about that. But what's going on in the world? It is being shoved on people so hard. And that is where a good amount of the hate for the LGBTQ blah, 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 blah community comes from, is because it's being shoved in people's faces so much, so hard.
Yeah, I know. That's like I'm saying, I don't care who's gay or who's straight or white or black or whatever or trans. It does not matter one iota to me.
Well, neither of us are completely white.
Nope.
And you're not straight.
Nope. And
And you're a natural female and I'm a natural male.
yeah,
This whole cis thing, which I take as a slur,
yeah.
I've read that it means comfortable in skin. What the hell does that have to do with being straight? I've never been comfortable in my own skin, but I've always been completely straight.
Well, me personally, as a bi woman, I never really felt one way or the other. I
Well-
mean, you know, I don't go around thinking, "Oh, I'm a woman." Da 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 da. No, I just don't think about
I
it.
look in the mirror and I hear the sound of my voice and my inflection and my tone, and I'm like, who the hell is that? Because that is not, what I'm putting out is not what I'm feeling inside. I know I come off like a smart ass and an asshole, a threat, but that is genuinely not what I'm feeling inside whatsoever. That doesn't make me gay.
No. But they want to be left alone. The trans people, fine.
Okay, so far they've put 75,000 into ads in right-wing media, so they're spreading the message straight to the hardcore Republicans.
Oh, that's not good.
That's gonna piss some people off like every damn thing.
Okay. This is why people flock to Trump. This stuff right here. Because people are tired of being bombarded with things
Well,
like this.
They have two sides to choose from, and everybody feels like they have to choose one. I guess it's human nature. And when they're saying you're homophobic, you must like this, they're going to run like hell, run like Forrest Gump to the other side.
Yeah. And all they're doing, all these people are doing, the Democratic people on the Democrat side, they know this stuff. The powers that be, they know this. They're wanting to keep everybody fighting with each other and stupid.
They just want to be a productive member of society, and there's no reason to go out of your way to pick on them.
I haven't went out of my way to pick on
Okay.
nobody.
I'm not thrilled at the sight of a Decepticon. I mean, I'm an Autobot. But I'm not about to blast them or, pick a fight with them. Whatever. I will show basic decency, human respect. I can't speak for everyone, but just because you're not jumping and beating their head in doesn't mean that you're an ally and you support their mental illness and all such.
I remember. I'm old enough to remember.
Okay, but I will preface that with saying it can be a mental illness. It can be a deep hormonal imbalance. It is not always a mental illness. I believe it can be a physical aspect leading them to that lifestyle as well.
Yeah. But what I was about to say is I can very well remember when it was downright dangerous to be trans or gay or bisexual. I remember those days. And nowadays, they got nothing to worry about.
Don't you know they're oppressed? They don't have enough holidays and special TV shows and movies and taking over enough characters and, for that matter, taking over enough industries. They're so oppressed that they're a protected class that you can't speak ill of them anywhere without being struck down from it.
Well,
that's oppressed now, I'm telling you.
I don't care what they say. I'm going to say what I want to say.
We're just yapping like everything here. Let's find some more tidbits of the article worth reading. We're targeting moderate Dems, moderate Republicans, leadership, people who have influence over these bills, says Ayers. I guess that's how we say it. We're not trying to back people in corners and say you're an evil person. Well,
oh my God, that is the furthest thing from the truth if I ever heard it.
That's all I get everywhere. I'm toxic. I'm rotten. I'm no good. An incel. This, that. Slurs, just slurs left and right. They're like thought police. It's like we will bend your will. We will force your mind to be this way. You will accept us. You will be assimilated.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
We're just trying to show them that the trans people are good people and a productive member of our society. So we're not as in your face as sometimes I am normally.
What?
Okay. I don't know, but I could pick every bit of that apart because it is absolutely categorically untrue.
They have trans men breastfeeding babies, for God's sake.
Yeah, babies don't get a say in it.
No, the babies don't got no choice in none of it. I mean, trans people have a choice. They choose to do that.
As for them being productive members of society, I'm sure many are not, and many are. I can't really speak on that, but not being in your face and good people, many of them may be good people, but they have this mind virus where it's just divisive and hate fume that, anybody who doesn't fully accept the same way that they think.
Yeah.
That is not a good person.
No.
And I understand you might say I'm doing the same thing. No, I'm actually saying tolerance. We have to try to meet in the middle. There are those kind of people and there are people like me. And we must learn to coexist. But the only way to do that is stop with the hate back and forth. The slurs, the forced point of views.
It just feels to me like people.
And, when I say Decepticon, that's not a slur, it's an analogy.
Yeah.
And it is deceptive. That's exactly what they're trying to do. They're decepting. They're Decepticons. I mean, how is that a bad word? It's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Except they don't turn into cars and all that. I hope not.
No,
I identify as a Ford Ranger. I identify as a Honda Civic.
Oh, pick a better vehicle. But it just feels like all that stuff is just backing people into a corner. Straight people, white people, people that don't exactly think the way they want you to think. And what's going to happen when you back enough people into a corner like that? Something very bad.
One measure of concern in Kentucky this year would allow doctors and hospitals to refuse based on religious grounds. And I'm sure they'd do that legal wise to have precedence for it, to participate in or pay any medical service which violates his, her, or its conscience. That's what it says. It's. I don't know where they're coming from with that, but I'm just saying it's not my words.
Oh, that's awful.
Van Meter. What a odd name. Van Meter worries this would allow doctors to deny necessary and emergency medical care to trans patients, and it is hopeful it will not pass. Now, I believe I would need more context, but if they mean underage people need time to develop. They are doing permanent changes to their system, or semi-permanent, if you're going to make that argument. They don't know yet. They, like a couple years prior, they may have been playing with Barbie dolls or Transformers.
Children deserve the right to be able to grow up and make those choices for themselves.
My point is, in those years, the changes come on so rapidly. If they're being influenced, okay, for one thing, in the teen years, rebellion comes on. And they will listen to all their young peers.
Yeah.
And if the message is that heavy out there, which it is, they will go, this is what I'm going to do. And it's also a form of rebellion. They will feel different in a couple of years.
Yeah.
But if they do it, they won't have the chance to feel different.
That's true. I think, well, it's just like with religion.
And, you know, you might say, oh, a couple years went by and I didn't change my mind. Well, maybe that's because you got heavily dosed with estrogen.
Yeah.
Maybe that will affect your thinking after you're, in transition.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like it is with religion. I mean, children deserve the right to be able to, when they get old enough, to make up their own minds as what they want to do. Same thing with trans and all that stuff. They deserve the right to be able to go through puberty naturally, and then when they get old enough, make those choices for themselves.
I don't care what you're attracted to. I don't care what clothes you wear. Get out of my face about it. Quit calling phobias on everything and trying to force anyone not like you to be assimilated.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, I'm bi, and I get so sick of seeing all of it. I really do. I mean, it's nobody's business to begin with, but they're making it everybody's business.
Okay. It isn't that I have obscene material. I am obscene material. I've been called that, but anyway. So they have ordered me in that legislation, she says. Is it a she? We will never know. We will never know.
Oh dear.
That's why the most dangerous. That's why it's the most dangerous. Is it makes us non-human. The other ones are bad. This is structured all funny. It's hard to read.
Yeah.
The other ones are bad, but this one makes us non-human and really makes us unable to move. And really one of the biggest worries is not being able to live a life,
Not able to move. They're going around and doing classes in little, like kindergarten classes and stuff like that. It's all over the place.
About being seen as obscene.
Oh my.
Well, here's what the trans community, the LGBTQ and all such, they may never understand. Your average straight person, it is obscene for a man to grow breasts and try to fool or force the world to call them a woman. I understand you feel like a woman. You want to be a woman, and that's okay for you, not us. Don't try to thrust your world onto ours.
That's a very good point. I mean, I've said it a million times. I don't care who's trans or whatever, but don't try to force me into being a certain way that I am naturally just not.
Somebody gay or bi, I'm just using this as an example. Though, any porn is porn. Oh, yeah, you're not supposed to say that on YouTube. You're supposed to say, many of them say corn. Yeah, but anyway,
Oh dear.
gonna create a whole new weird fetish.
Yeah, well, never look at corn the
But
same.
if you're straight and you see same sex, same as you together, you would rather eat dog shit than to take part in that. It disgusts you. It makes every cell of your body puke in disgust, so to speak.
I can understand that.
And that is not a phobia. That is not a hatred. That's just straight people.
Well,
And I don't know any other way to put it. I mean, I've had, and people will say, oh, you're this and that for saying this. But I've had gay friends, I've had transsexual friends. And as long as they didn't preach at me, we had absolutely zero issues.
yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with, you can have friends of all races and genders and everything. And if you're just hanging out having a good time and nobody brings that crap up, I mean, yeah, why not? But the minute they start preaching, oh my God, just want to slap them. You just want to say, okay, just get it out of my face. We were having a good time, and then you brought this mess up. Just leave it alone.
Well, I'm tired of people pretending that the hate flows one way. It doesn't. Just look anywhere and see how whites, men, straights, and even Christians are being spoke about. Hell, how they're being spoken to. I only want us to get along, but you gotta meet in the middle, not demand respect by shame or force.
Don't demand respect, you earn it. And if you got to do all that to get respect, then you're never going to get it.
Now, this sentence almost seems out of context, but it still struck me. My most boring white guy relationship is with my brother, says Hires. Okay, so he's got a brother that's white, and they talk and they hang out and it's all good, but why did they have to say white guy?
Oh, that's just
And if it's their brother, aren't they white also?
that's just wrong. I mean,
I mean, I don't introduce people like, hey, this is my white brother.
that would be
It's like,
weird.
wait, you got a black one? Yeah, let me find the black one. I mean, yeah, that's just messed up.
I mean, that'd be like you introducing me saying, "Oh, this is my bi friend." Nobody did. Ew, no. Why? Why would you do that?
Yeah,
it's
that-
just weird.
That these people, and again, I don't want to throw slurs, but there's many of them that are straight up weirdos, and I think they wouldn't be, but they've gotten so deep into this culture that's been made for them that yeah, they start introducing people or talking about them as white guy or straight guy and so on.
That you
And,
know.
you think I'm full of it? Here's an example.
Well, the thing is parents teach their children not to do things like that, and here we have a grown-ass person doing the very thing that parents teach their
Well,
kids not to do.
In the 80s, the 90s, even some of the early 2000s, I had all types of friends, hung out every day, gay, bi, black, transsexual, um, the, all the whole gambit and gamut. Well, anyway, we never had an issue ever. Now, if I'm even seen out in public around one of these people, it's slurs, it's colonizer, white, straight, and they don't say it as always say it as straight as that. They use slurs.
Yeah. Well,
I've even been kicked out of groups for not being gay.
yeah. Well, the thing is when they call you a colonizer, they don't know what in the world they're talking about because
And
you're
I mean,
not.
and I mean in-person groups.
Yeah, you're not white.
I'm
You're native.
mostly Native American, and oh,
Oh my goodness.
all of my ancestors were slaves, or at least they tried to enslave them.
Yeah.
My great grandfather was given land by the president.
Yep. By Roosevelt.
So, but they'll still look at me and go, "Oh, you're a colonizer, white." The new thing, newish thing is ageism.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that word most of all.
Boomer. Like, wait a minute, that's my parents' age range, and my parents are older than most people my age parents.
Yeah. The whole thing is just the media is keeping the hatred going. I'm telling you, they're just keeping it going, and sooner or later, something's got to give.
Okay, well, while I'm here and the page is read and done, and I'm ranting and raving, I just got to. I'm going to rant and rave about something off topic.
Oh, no.
Can we collectively stop saying based?
What?
Based. And it sounds like you base a turkey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, it's always been biased. Always. Since the invention of language, English language, it's been biased.
Oh, that's
Biased.
Oh.
It has an I in it. Based literally comes from people being semi-illiterate and not understanding how to spell or pronounce biased.
Okay.
And now people left and right are just using the word, and it's like it's a hip thing. It's hip to be
stupid.
Yeah, it's hip to be slow.
It took me a minute
Okay.
to figure out what you were saying.
There's another.
Oh no.
Big mad.
What?
Big mad.
Are you, what?
I big mad.
Are you?
You-
Why are you talking
you-
retarded?
Big mad.
Why are you talking like a slow person?
Big mad. Again, slow culture. When did we all devolve into toddlers?
I don't know, but I can remember when the English language and the written word was a thing of art.
It reminds me of when the world collectively decided to only use one adjective. It is an adjective, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh no.
But see, grammar was never my strong suit, but I still have pet peeves. Everyone started going awesome, that's awesome. And it's like, well, hey, the last time I heard that kind of terminology was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, I remember
And
that.
suddenly
cartoon.
everybody's saying it. It started with the young, and then it was like 40-year-olds saying it. Luckily, that's died down a little bit.
Thank God. But now we get the bastardization of the English language in whole new ways.
Okay,
And
this is just a rant, and it'll probably piss more people off than have people like me. But I've got to do it. I've got to say it.
oh no, what is it?
Well, all of it. But when did people quit saying addictive? Why did they all start saying This is addicting. This is addicting.
I don't know, but it's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I'm old enough to remember when people learned English and their native language is English. And no, I'm not perfect. I don't say everything perfect. I'm just talking about some of my own personal pet peeves. But it is addictive. Addictive.
Yeah. If it was addicting, it would be doing something.
Yeah, that's an action.
Yeah, I mean that's I don't even know.
Language does matter. Now, I'm not the grammar police. Small mistakes or some light slang, that's one thing, but all this is it's just absurd.
Yeah, well, the world has gone third. It's like Idiocracy. When I
And
watched that movie, I didn't realize I would be watching a documentary.
yeah, I'm ranting, but everyone loves the rant. I'm just using my small platform to do it some more. But okay, that's it for this video.
Yeah. I had fun doing this video, and again, we are not against trans people or gay people or any people at all. We just want them to stop shoving their causes in our faces.
I do have a slight issue with semi-illiterate people. Not a big one. Anyway, like, subscribe, and all that fancy stuff. It costs you nothing. It takes only a second. It will help us out.
Yeah, we're on YouTube and Rumble, and we'll see you on the next one.
We're out.